Hi and welcome to your first WWTV News Bulletin. Here's a quick roundup of what happened at our most recent Colleague Roadshow in Aberavon. To kick off the day, Sarah Hopkins, our People and Engagement Director, shared our Q1 business performance. Overall, we're doing really well so far this year, with reported escapes and cable strikes down and a successful Winter Safe campaign completed. When it comes to customer service, it's good news. But despite our first place ranking on ENR and connections, we remain third on the latest GDN table. We want to be back in second place at least.
We remain third on planned, and overall we remain in third behind Scotland and Northern Gas Networks. And obviously everybody in the room, I'm sure, is working really hard to get back to that first or even second place.
We're working hard to ensure we're in the best possible position for the future. Sarah mentioned our service mark with distinction by the Institute of Customer Service and our silver accreditation from Investors in People. A second round of Pathways coaches have now been successfully trained, and we're in the middle of recruiting more apprentices. We've also headed up an alternative gas workshop and an Institute of Customer Service Best Practice Conference. Coming up later this year, we have the trip to Hong Kong to look forward to, and the Celebrating Excellence Awards on the 30th of September. The iPhone 7 rollout is well underway. Silver level awards are now available as part of our Values Recognition Programme, and we're in the process of appointing a preferred independent financial advisor for pensions advice. Before handing over to Andrew, Sarah talked a bit about Code Breakers, our new carbon monoxide awareness campaign, and asked for colleagues to encourage their friends and families to get involved. It was then over to our Director of Operations, Andrew Hopkins, to talk about customer service. When it comes to our external scores, we're performing well. And despite intense competition, we're still top of the gas networks.
We're doing really well in this area, and I know we keep pushing and pushing for better performance, and that's because the margins are really tight. But if you look at our external performance, and this graph here, that is showing that our current score is 90.4. There is intense competition within the gas distribution networks, but none of them are better than us in the Institute of Customer Service rating, so well done.
As far as reinstatements go, we need to make sure we're managing our customers' expectations effectively.
We need to manage expectations, don't let the customer, don't do a great job, drive away and let the customer wonder why the reinstatement hasn't been done. Have a word with them.
Emergency and repair targets are really high this year due to last year's success, and planned remains a challenge. With a complaint costing us an average of £425, we're looking to close 85% of these on D+1. Finally, Andrew stressed the importance of communicating with our customers and making sure we manage their expectations.
I'll leave you with one thought: communication, customers, communication, customers, communication. Let's get it right and we'll be successful.
He closed by encouraging everyone to get involved with this year's Top Team Customer Services Championship Cup. It was then over to our Chief Executive, Graham Edwards, to talk about business strategy and how we're planning for the future.
Just talking a bit about future strategy and as it says here, back to basics, what are we talking about when we talk about strategy? Well, actually, it's pretty simple at the end of the day. It's what is our future direction as a business? How do we plan for the future? How do we try and ensure that the future looks as good as it possibly can be for us?
Graham explained that as a monopoly organisation without competitors, we are required to have a regulator. Our regulator, Ofgem, sets spending levels and controls what we have to deliver in a set period. This is called a Price Control Review, or PCR for short. Our current PCR started in April 2013 and runs until March 2021, and it's important that we prepare for each PCR. At the last PCR, Ofgem introduced a new regulatory framework, RIIO. RIIO stands for Revenue equals Incentives plus Innovation plus Outputs. Put simply, we get our revenue by earning incentives, developing innovations, and delivering outputs. Graham said that we responded well to the customer service incentives we were given this time round, and as for innovation, we've been making good progress. And when it comes to the 40+ outputs that we have to deliver every year, we're also doing a great job. Because we're performing well, we know that there's likely to be another level of challenges for us to achieve in our next PCR. Graham said we shouldn't be daunted by this. The future of energy remains high on the agenda, and we know that we'll be playing an integral role. So to close, Graham reassured us that we'll be kept informed of progress, and at Ofgem will start to give us some indications as to what our next PCR may look like early next year.
Doing a great job. Keep it going, keep a foot on the pedal, and let's keep going in the right direction. And then I think that puts us in the best possible position going forward.
Well, that's it for our first WW TV News Bulletin. We hope you enjoyed it. Look out for another update coming your way soon.
It was good to hear things about where you want to hear names branded about things like Rio and PCR. It was good to have like a little bit of an insight into what they actually mean and what they stand for.
Yeah, I think it's definitely worth them coming along, you know, and listening to answers and questions from other departments and things.